For the next part, we're going to see how we can start adding this down here now. It's not going to be as pretty as this, but that doesn't matter. We just needed to, right now, take this name and print it down here. Now, what we did before still works, and I'm just going to remove that because it's bugging me. So we know it works, let's just remove it from here. So it's just a standard like this. So what we need to do is we need to locate down here. Oh, sorry, it's actually up here. The button, there we go. The button here. So once we click the button, we needed to do something. We needed to grab the information from our input field, save this information in some sort of way, and then for each time we do something new, print out a new name, right? Like we did. So let's start by checking out our app here. What I wanted to do is create an array, attendant name, like so. And the reason why I want to create an array, not a string, is because if I created a string, whoops, like this, it only holds one. It can only hold one new name or whatever, right? We want to create an array, so for each time there's a new name, like Homer, Marge, right? You know what I'm going with this, right? It just puts in another one of these for each time we push in some new information. So we're creating an empty array up here for starters. In our index, if we can locate our button again, actually I mean my form up here, we're going to create something. So once we do a specific thing to our form, it's going to do it. And we're going to use a v on like we have before, and we use quite a lot of v clicks. In this case, we're going to use a v on colon submit in our case, and we're going to in here, we're going to give it a name. This is a function we're going to create, so we're going to call this submitted. Let's do form submitted. So it's a little bit more. Form submitted. Is that 2 T's? It is now. So this is our function we're going to fire whenever we click the submit, right? But because we're using JavaScript, and I just really briefly mentioned this in previous videos, once we click something in JavaScript, unless it's being told otherwise, it's going to either reload the page or do something like resetting or whatever it's called. So we're going to stop this from happening because we don't want the page to reset. Because I had a reset here. So for example, I punch in a name, boom, it does reset, then no name. So we wanted this browser to be prevented from doing this, and that's called the prevent default in JavaScript. And in Vue, we just do this by typing .prevent, and that stops it from reloading everything. So it's really important we have this here. Try doing without and see what happens. I hope it doesn't work. I haven't really tried. I can't remember. But this is to stop it from reloading the page. So this is a form for now. And my button here, we're doing a submit. So in my button, we have to remember to tell it which type it is. And in our case, it's a submit. So make sure you have this for a button as well, or it won't work. It won't know what to look for. Cool, so that's our HTML for now. And if we go back and refresh and we do stuff, it's not gonna do anything. Boo on me, right? We also, in our attendant here, down here, we kind of want to print out the names, right? What did we just call our empty array? We called it attendant name. So I'm copying this name, index, going back here, and popping this in here into my interpolation. Awesome, let's save. Let's see, now we have this bracket here. So this indicates it's an array, it's printing out the array. Yay! Yay on us, we're winning something, I don't know what, but we're winning. But we want something to happen once we do submit and then do stuff down here, right? So we're going to create a method now that controls this. So type in method and colon, and then the curly brackets for the object it's going to create. And in this method here, we are going to tell the system what it needs to do. So click something and do something, right? So let's go back here. And in our method, we're going to create what was it called? I forgot. Oh yeah, it's called form submitted, right? That's our method's name. So form submitted, it's going to be a function. This is just like we did in previous videos. And in here, let's just start with doing a console log. Spell it correctly. It's going to help a lot. Console log, and let's print out the name. So let's print out this So just to make sure everything works, right? So do this, refresh, go to console log, type in the name, submit, and we get an error. That is because, what was it saying? It is not defined. That is maybe true. So it's not defined. Oh, we forgot to add this keyword here. So remember to, if we want to grab information in our data object up here, we are going to use this. So again, this makes it sure it belongs to this one up here, and now we can actually read out this. So that's the reason why it didn't work. Let's try again. So adding name, Homer, let's just state Homer over there. Woo, Homer. So cool, now we can do this. Now we needed to actually take this information and push it down to this array here. And the keyword was just being spoken right there. So we needed to take this information and push it down here. So let's grab by using this keyword, and we're grabbing this here. We're grabbing the array, and then in the array we're going to push in again, and then the console log we just printed out was this dot new attended name, and that's it for now. So whenever we click the submit button with the method here, it's going to grab the right now empty array, and when something is inputted, it's going to put in that, or push in that new name into this array. So let's click save and see if this does anything or if it broke everything. So Homer, once I click Homer, it should state Homer down here. And once I click Marge, it should go Marge. And if once I click Bard, I should go Bard, right? But right now I'm already having an issue with it because I have to delete this. For every time I do something, I have to delete the name I just printed in. So what I want to do is I want to fix this and make it easier for putting in new names. And how I do this is whatever we're just putting in, it grabs the information from this one, right? So Homer, Marge, whatever. So once I'm done doing this, putting in the name, I'm just going to reset my information, my input box up here to contain nothing. And how I do this is I just grab this one up here. So let's go to one end, do this, and the name of this, I'm going to set this equal to this again, to an empty string. So let's try this out. So once this is run through, it put the name into the array, or pushes the array into the array. I want to reset it so it's 0. So let's do a refresh. Let's add in Homer, and boom, there we go. So now it empties my input value or text field up here for each time I punch in a new name. Alrighty then, see you in the next video.